Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. How you doing today? This is Tuesday, October 8th, and we do appreciate you tuning in any way you can. Ladies and gentlemen, look who the guest is.
The man, the legend.
It is our good friend of the show, Mr. Len Wells.
I'd be friends of those who have no friends.
Friends of those who have no friends. I'm calling you a writer now. I didn't.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't know what you wanted me to.
Author, writer, journalist.
Journalist would be good.
Oh, yeah.
I like
journalist would be good, yeah.
Gentleman
farmer.
I've called you retired farmer before a few times. So, yeah. He's here. You are watching us on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Catch TV over in Salem on Channel 3, here in Florida, Channel 100 or Channel 25, and same story down in Jeff, Sisney, Fairfield, Browns, Albion, West Salem, up in Hartville.
You're nationwide.
We're getting bigger.
Nationwide.
We are getting large.
Mercy.
We're getting
That's
bigger.
why they hired you, because you're a big guy.
Well, it's a big talk.
Big talk, absolutely. Great marketing, I'm telling you.
You know, who came up with that name?
I don't know.
I think it's Jenna. I'm not sure.
Well, bless her heart.
I can't remember her. One of us came up with that name. I can't remember. You're watching Big Talk right here on Wabash Catch TV. What is going on around the area? Some community events. You, by the way, pitch in whenever you feel.
Is it okay? Because I don't want to ruin your...
I know that you have... Okay, you hate to be rude. I mean...
No.
As all people, you hate to be terrifically rude.
Not terrifically rude, just rude.
But interrupt if something catches you.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. There's really not all that much, although
that's
there is.
That's a shame.
Actually, there is one. I just noticed.
No.
Yeah.
Will I jump in? You think probably?
Yes, I guarantee.
Okay, please.
I guarantee you will jump in today at the Flora Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center, and at 10 a.m. this morning. It's Piano with Mary. With Mary at the Flora Rehab. It'll be 10 a.m. for about an hour or so.
Is Mary the one that plays nothing but the white keys? Or does she use them all? Do you know?
I think Mary uses them all.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you don't need to at the rest home. Not necessarily.
No, that's true. That's true. I like how nothing. No,
let's just move on. But isn't that great, Mary?
That is
playing for the.
I'm not certain.
Playing for the folks.
I'm not certain of Mary's last name, but that'll be.
She's a sweetheart. I know that.
This is the one I was expecting you. The monthly meeting of the National Active and Retired Federal Employees will be held today at Five Brothers in Fairfield. Brothers Cafe in Fairfield. All members and prospective members.
You know the great news about that?
To attend. What?
I think they got a liquor license there, don't they?
At Five Brothers?
Yeah, they used to anyway.
No.
Oh, they don't anymore?
Five Brothers doesn't.
Okay, well, never mind. But
that wouldn't be a bad thing.
NARF. That's NAARF?
National Active and Retired.
Yeah,
no, NARFE is what they call it.
NARF.
Yeah, that's.
Which, by the way, it was formed long after ARF.
That was
way long after ARF.
Actually, yeah, ARF is 20. It'll be 20 years next year.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a lot. Over in Kinmundy at the Christian Church, it's the Grief Share. They're having a meeting. It's a grief support group designed to help folks rebuild their lives after losing a loved one. Their group is led by caring people who've experienced grief and want to help you through difficult days ahead.
That truly is important.
Oh, isn't it though?
Absolutely is important.
I mean, if you don't, you've lost siblings in the recent past
and a grandson, and it's important. That's all I can say is take advantage of these programs if you can.
Absolutely right. Also over in Centralia tonight, the Kaskaskia Fall Instrumental Concert at Kaskaskia College. It's going to be in
French horns?
There will probably be some French horns.
Oh, one of my favorite instruments.
Yeah.
Boy, if they could just put strings over the bell, that would be my favorite instrument.
What, make it like a harp?
A harp while you're playing the French horn. Would that be cool?
That would really
strum with one hand and use the keys with the other.
You know how you do, let's see now. You're
I remember somebody that said this.
Band jokes. You know how you can tell French horns playing out of tune?
They're in the audio. It's
making noise.
It's making noise.
they're playing it.
They're playing it.
They're playing
it. You put your hand in the bell and play wrong notes. Is that what it was?
That's yeah.
It's not an easy instrument to play.
It is not an easy instrument.
You have to have good embouchure
to perfect. That's exactly right. The embouchure is a key.
I used to drive a '78 embouchure. Can't you hear me?
I like that.
Go ahead.
This is also bingo night.
Bingo
at the Effingham Knights of Columbus Hall. Bingo night starts tonight at 7:00. It'll run till about 10. Bingo's back. If you have questions or you'd like more information, give them a contact,
folks,
at the Effingham Event Center. Please remember, must be 18 years or older.
And don't forget to wet your dauber. Right?
That's exactly.
You don't want a dried out dauber at bingo.
You don't want a dry dauber. No. Dried daubers are the worst. Yeah, that's entirely true. What day is this? This is
8th, you say?
This is October 8th is National Fluffernutter Day.
Oh God. Well, this was probably invented by some urologist, right?
No. National Fluffernutter Day. It's look at you. I'm showing you on the monitor. Look what the National Fluffernutter Day is. It's.
You're nuts.
No, I'm not.
I don't know what you're. Peanut butter.
It's peanut butter and marshmallow.
It has nothing to do with medicine, surgery, nothing.
No.
Wow. Well, I'm surprised.
National Fluffernutter Day. I haven't look. National Fluffernutter Day.
There's a song in there somewhere.
On October 8th brings about the yummy and extraordinary combination. Some food holidays are stickier than others.
I'll bet they are.
And National Fluffernutter Day is a stick to your ribs, chins, fingers, and nose kind of day.
I've got so many.
Celebrate zealously and then take a bath is what they suggest.
Is that right? Well,
do you want to know more about Fluffernutter?
Well, you'll certainly want to tape your ankles before you start.
1917, Archibald Query.
Archibald.
Of Somerville, Massachusetts, invented a sweet marshmallow-like spread called marshmallow cream. Before that, during World War I, Emma and Armory Curtis of
probably something related to Mark Curtis, I'd say.
Probably Mark's grandparents.
Grandparents.
Invented snowflake marshmallow cream, which is actually the first marshmallow cream.
Just because it's super white.
Published a recipe for peanut butter and marshmallow cream sandwich.
I'm going to have to try that. I've never had one of those.
Which is the earliest known example of a fluffernutter. No,
I've never heard of that before.
I'll put marshmallow on ice cream. Like marshmallow cream.
Absolutely. Well, you do that and chocolate, hot chocolate, or not hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate syrup.
Yeah, fudge. Hot fudge and marshmallow is a Jack and Jill.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I believe so. Query sold the recipe for marshmallow cream to Dickey, and in 1920 he renamed it marshmallow
sells a lot of flavorings and stuff.
Mustard.
Mustard.
Dickey's mustard's outstanding.
Oh, yeah. But the best horseradish in the world is Grossman's.
But I did not know that.
It is, but that's not have anything to do with fluffernutters.
1960, the term fluffernutter was created by an advertising agency. I'm just here I'm just telling you the facts, man. Just the facts. That's what I'm telling you about. This is also National Pierogi Day.
Well, now pierogies are good because that's I'm wanting to say Polish. Polish? Is it a Polish dish? It is.
It is Polish. That is exactly right. It's the plural form of the rarely used Polish word pirog. In English, we spell pierogi several ways, including no I or two I's or something. However you choose to spell, pierogi are dumplings made up of unleavened dough. And then first pierogies are boiled, then cooks will either take or fry the dumplings, either bake or fry the dumplings in butter to finish cooking them. Usually,
and some of the stuffing is potatoes, some of it's sausage.
You are like reading my mind. I tell you what.
I like them.
Mashed potato filling, potatoes and cheese, potatoes and onions, cheese.
Be with you.
Cabbage.
Cabbage is one of I love cabbage.
Sauerkraut.
Ooh, that's cabbage that's spoiled.
Ground meat.
That's all right.
Mushroom.
Mushroom's good.
Spinach or fruit.
You can keep your spinach. I like spinach, but not in my pierogi.
You don't want the.
Now, I'm serious now. Pierogi, is that also the name of I'm serious, a type of boat?
Yes.
In like down south.
No, actually, pierogi. That's
pierogi. Okay. Without the I.
Yeah, it's actually it's UE at the end.
Okay.
It's
the type of boat.
It is a type of, but it's like a dugout canoe.
Okay.
Is a pierogi. Pittsburgh Pirates pierogi. You want some pierogi tidbits?
Sure, why not?
Pittsburgh Pirates hold a pierogi race at every home game. 6 pierogi costume-wearing runners will race to the finish line between innings. Potato Pete, Jalapeno Hannah, Cheese Chester, Sauerkraut Saul, Oliver Onion, and Bacon Burt.
Wow. And Wanda Fluffernutter.
Wanda Fluffernutter will be on the sideline to help out the.
This is a race sort of thing.
That's a race. Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah.
You know, if you ever see me get into like a marathon race or something, even a 10K, there had better be a golden corral at the end.
Yeah.
And a van to take me back to the start.
Have you ever been to Glendon, Alberta, Canada?
Not this week.
Would you ever?
I would love to.
Going to Glendon, Alberta, Canada.
What is that? East or west or central?
Oh, Alberta would be.
Well, that'd be west.
It's west. Yeah.
No, I know. I've never been there. What's the deal?
This side of British Columbia.
Okay.
Alberta's next.
It's northwest of here, anyway.
They are home to a 6,000-pound pierogi.
That's a big pierogi.
Standing 25 feet tall.
Don't you think that'd be a little chewy? I mean, really.
Well, it's made of sturdy fiberglass.
Oh, well, so it's just to look at.
And steel, yeah. Piercing the giant pierogi built in 1991 is an equally giant fork.
That's a big pierogi.
That's a big pierogi.
I like big ones.
Yeah, I do too. What's on television, folks? You want to watch some TV today? We do have Major League Baseball continuing today. These, if necessary. Not sure
That's
if they're
getting pretty close to the.
Not sure if they're going to be necessary. The Houston Astros at the Tampa Bay Rays this afternoon at 3:15, and the Yankees tonight taking on the Minnesota Twins.
The New Yank Yorkies.
The Yank what is it? Yorkies?
New Yank Yorkies or
New Yank Yorkies.
Something like that.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're going to come back. Actually, there's a hockey game tonight, too. It's San Jose Sharks at Nashville Predators on NBC Sports Network, Channel 216.
Cool.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Len and I are going to come back and talk about all kinds of different things. And we'll hopefully...
We'll try to stay on track.
Hopefully enlighten folks. You're watching Big Talk. Back right after this. Stick around.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lemon Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lemons always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemonsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Going. Welcome back, folks. Watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Len Wells is here, a man with much experience in the field of television as well as radio media.
No, I'm not a mogul.
You're like the king of all media, aren't you?
No. But I've been in pretty much all of it.
You've been
radio, TV, and newspaper.
Huh?
I've been in radio, TV, and newspaper.
What you enjoy the best?
Probably TV.
You think so?
Only because I got to go more places, wider area, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of enjoyed.
Never really thought about it, did you?
Not really, till you asked me. But no, I enjoyed that more because there was more technology involved. I got to travel more and that sort of thing.
That's cool.
And meet some semi-famous people. Got to go to the White House. Got to go to the White House. Had lunch with.
Did you get to meet Mr. President?
I did. Mr. Reagan
there.
Mr. Reagan had lunch with him at the White House.
Really?
Yes, I did. And Nancy, his lovely bride.
Oh, Nancy had lunch too.
Nancy was there with us.
What'd she eat?
Well, same thing. Spätzle noodles.
Did she actually eat the noodles? Or?
Yeah, she did. Yeah, I flipped one with my spoon.
Nancy's she was like 85 pounds or something. When
tiny person, very small person. And Ronald Reagan was pretty small. He wasn't like a giant man like you see him on the screen.
I thought he was 6'4", wasn't he?
No, he wasn't 6'4". If he was 6'4", then I'm 7'9".
I'm asking. I don't know.
He seemed like I thought he was.
You're not 7'9".
No, but he was considerably shorter than I. I'm 6'2".
Is that right? Yeah. I did not realize. I always thought he was.
But that was the most quote unquote famous person I've met.
Well, he would have been.
But I've met some infamous people too.
You've met infamous people.
Infamous people. I've met one in particular.
Who?
John Wayne Gacy.
You were going to tell this story about.
Is this a good venue for this?
That's why I was leading you this way. You jumped out in front before I could lead you.
I'm sorry.
You're very professional and able to do that. I want to see what this camera shot looks like instead. Let's move this over just a little bit.
This is what we love. This on the fly stuff. It's great.
Well, I think it is
because you're a professional, man. You are. I'm serious.
Thank you so much.
Most people would have said it looked better over there, but no, not you. No.
You didn't actually get to meet John Wayne Gacy.
Well, we were eye to eye with each other. I didn't have a conversation with him. No.
You were eye to eye.
We were eye to eye as seriously as I can possibly be serious, from here to that door,
which would be about 15 feet
at the most.
Yeah,
closer to 12, I'd say.
Yeah.
All
right, ladies and gentlemen, here's the story of how he met John Wayne, or how your path crossed with John Wayne Gacy, basically at the end of the line.
At the end of the line.
So as paths were going,
mine kept going and his didn't.
Here's yours, and his stopped right there.
His stopped there at about a little after midnight on the 10th of May, 1994.
This is kind of why it's in mind, because it's recent, 25. Well, not recent, 25 years
plus a couple of months, few months.
How did you come to? What happened for you to come to meet John Wayne Gacy, or to be in that room?
What was interesting to me was, people talk about, I've never won the lottery. Have you ever won the lottery, Bruce? I never won the lottery. Have you won?
I got $40 first time I ever played.
That's not much of a lottery story.
It really isn't life changing.
No, not life changing at all. So my lottery story has to do with John Wayne Gacy. So I get a letter in the mail from the Illinois Department of Corrections, and it was a.
This is while you're at the radio.
This is while at the radio station as the news director of a local radio station. I get an official letter from the Illinois Department of Corrections asking me if I would be interested in being considered for being a witness to the execution of John Wayne Gacy, one of the most infamous serial killers, certainly in Illinois, but nationwide too.
It was you knew it was Gacy's execution.
Yes.
Okay.
It wasn't just our next execution.
Yeah.
The next execution was John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah.
That was the only one that was scheduled, and they wanted to know if I wanted to be considered. I say, what the heck? It's a lottery, basically a lottery. They pull your name out of the hat. Now, whether I was quote unquote lucky or only like 8 people sent back the letter, I don't know which. That's the only lottery that I've ever won in my life.
Wow.
They drew my name, and then I became an official witness to John Wayne Gacy's execution. So that's how I came to be chosen to go to Stateville Prison up around Joliet, near Joliet.
How long after you submitted your letter to become for the lottery did you find out that you were picked?
About 10 days. It was
Right?
less than 2 weeks. I got a reply and said here's the instructions on where you need to be and when.
Were you tremendously familiar with the case by then?
I had to go look it up. Of course, everybody was familiar with John Wayne Gacy.
You knew what he'd done.
Everybody knew what he had done. That he'd murdered a lot of young men and children, mainly all male, I think,
Yeah.
and many of those were buried beneath his floor in his home in Chicago. And everybody knew generally the story and how many victims there were, how many victims they thought there were. So I was familiar with a certain amount of that.
Yeah.
But did I follow him? No, because it's Chicago and we're down here in Southern Illinois. I mean, it's just a horrible story. It wasn't anything I was interested in, I'm not going to study that. No, not at all.
Did you once you did you begin to look him up more and familiarize yourself more with the case?
Absolutely. I absolutely did as much.
Because you kind of acted as a stringer for not just.
I wound up being, and that's part of the story, is how many people interviewed me after the event to get my perspective on what I saw.
I tell you what, let's do. Let's take a short break. We're through the lottery part. We're going to get you to the day.
Because there's a couple interesting stories getting to Stateville.
That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I thought. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Len Wells is the guest. We are talking actually 25 years ago stuff right now. But
kind of interesting, though.
Kind of interesting. You're watching Big Talk. We'll be back right after this. Stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lemon Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lemons always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemonsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching. Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Today, our guest is Len Wells. Len comes in. Yeah, by the way, thank you again for coming.
I'm so happy to be
every
here.
2 months or so.
I'm so happy to be here.
I hope you don't that you don't feel like you're being imposed upon.
Well, I canceled 4 doctor's appointments and I had an appointment with a banker to take out a big loan, but that's okay.
No, well, they'll say yes when you come back.
I'm just so happy to be here. I'm serious.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Except
with your
when
banker.
It comes to the IRS.
Yeah, that's true. All right, we were talking about your brush with infamy.
Yes, our paths crossed.
With your paths, well, it did not cross. Your paths.
Well, yeah, terminated. Mine kept going, his didn't.
John Wayne, I guess I can laugh. 25 years later.
Well, yes, it's been long enough.
It's been long. All right, now you got the envelope. You're going to go, so you start boning up and doing a lot of.
I accepted the invitation.
Accepted the invitation. You started learning more about Mr. Gacy and the case.
Yes, correct. And then the day came.
The day came. Okay.
The day came. The execution was. My memory may be a little faulty, but I believe it was set to be like 11 p.m. that night. Okay. So I left pretty early in the morning because we got to drive from, at the time, Joliet, Illinois. It's a 3 hour, somehow a 3-4 hour drive. And it's I went all the 2-lane roads or whatever. But so
47,
I guess that's probably what it was. And then I get less than halfway up there. Do you know of a community called Farmersville or Farmerville? Or
Farmer City.
Farmer City. Thank you. I had farmer in the name.
Yeah, Farmer City.
On the way up there.
It's on 47.
I get the heebie-jeebies.
Do you?
I'm having a little bit of a panic attack, a little bit of anxiety. I'm serious. I'm driving by myself. I mean, no company or anything like that. And I get this feeling that, I've been a photographer for a coroner, 2 or 3 coroners, so I've seen a lot of dead people.
Yeah.
And so
before they were prepared.
Before they were prepared. I've seen death and dying and stuff like that. But I said to myself, you're going to go up here and watch someone die.
Yeah.
And sure, he's an infamous, horrible individual, but still, let's go and watch somebody die this afternoon. It freaked me out. So I come into this Farmer City community, and it's a little, little burg, not much of a burg.
Not even a stoplight.
Not even a stoplight. So I see on the left there's a tavern. I said, I got to have something to either settle my nerves or I'm turning around and going home. What are they going to do? They're going to arrest me, So I go in there and get a beer and a bump. I get a bottle of beer and a shot of whiskey. And I'm admitting this on live TV right here, folks. I know, on live TV, I'm admitting. So I had a beer and a bump. I was in there maybe a minute and a half. That's how quick I consumed that. Got my composure back and then continued on up to Joliet. So I get to Joliet and I approach the prison, Stateville, and demonstrators everywhere on both sides. Anti-death penalty, let's fry Gacy, all kinds of demonstrators up there. And so I present my letter to the guard there as I go into the parking area, and he immediately flags me past all of these demonstrators and past all the reporters, because there's a giant area of reporters gathered there from all over the country and all over the world, really. And I go past them. I said, well, how'd you get through here? I knew I was a reporter. How'd you get past it? Well, I got the official letter. I'm a witness. Oh. So then immediately I'm segregated from all the other reporters, which I didn't expect would happen, but I was. So then I am now all of a sudden in a pool of people that are all witnesses.
This is probably mid-afternoon?
Yeah, mid-afternoon. There were reporters, there were family members of victims, there were law enforcement, and anybody that was involved in the case, either through the victims or prosecutors or police investigators and the witnesses and reporters. So we're gathered there, and what we're doing then is we're waiting on last-minute appeals. Of course, his attorneys are appealing to the Illinois Supreme Court. The Illinois Supreme Court rejects his last-minute appeal, so that's fine. Then the appeal goes to the United States Supreme Court. Now we're sitting around waiting for those folks to decide. And that takes forever. And we're getting updates, printed updates. We're getting verbal updates from the officials and things like that. And then there was another appeal, and I don't even remember what it was about, but it was something totally different, a Hail Mary pass, really and truly, for John Wayne Gacy. And then that delayed everything. So the 11 o'clock deadline for the execution came, and it went. And we're still in this area, nowhere near the execution chamber.
Yeah.
Waiting for word. Finally, that appeal was a separate appeal. Fails. Okay, folks, it's time to go. And I'm thinking, well, we're going to go straight to the execution chamber. Nope. We all gather up and we leave this building, which is one of the administration buildings, and we walk down this long sidewalk. This is on May the 10th. Nice weather. And
at night,
midnight almost, but before midnight, and we're walking past all these cell blocks. And the prisoners, the inmates in there are hooping and hollering and carrying on because it's kind of warm, so the windows are open, but they're all barred and everything,
Yeah.
but they're hollering and screaming. And the one thing that I'll never forget as long as I live, couple of things, but one thing for sure, is a lot of the inmates were hollering and screaming, Gacy's going to die twice tonight. And I'll never forget that. And the people were with me looking at each other. I don't know what that means. So we go to the prison chapel. We go from the administration building to the prison chapel. The prison chapel is very small. I barely held the people. The entire group was maybe 20 people.
Right.
A very small group.
Right.
So we're all in the chapel there, and they make an announcement. Said, does anybody in here have any reservations about this? Because now is the time to say, I don't want any part of this. This is it. And no embarrassment. Just say if you don't want to go, and that's it. Everybody's dead silent. Because once we get into the execution chamber,
you ain't getting out.
You're not getting out. Guards, you don't get in, nobody gets out. Period. End of report. So everybody says cool. Then we walk from the chapel to the execution building. And we walk in there, just folding chairs. And this is the other interesting thing, Bruce, that I'll never forget. And why I compared it to this, I'll never know, other than if you've ever been to a small church where they baptize people.
Right.
Behind the pulpit, there's this window.
The pool.
Well, some of them have a window, and then behind the window is the baptistry.
Okay.
A lot of times if they fully immersed in the baptism, a lot of times it's a show almost, and they have a window and curtains and everything. I said, this looks like an old-fashioned church baptistry. It's kind of what it looked like to me, which kind of was freaky. That's just me, though. That's what it looked like. And I'm sitting on the front row. Yeah, front row.
How'd you get front row seats?
I don't know. That's when they escorted us in and told me to sit down there.
Hold on a second.
Told me to sit down.
Well, I tell you,
no, please.
Take a break. I want to hear.
Get a drink.
You get a drink, and we're going to come
just like in Farmer City.
And we're going to come. Yeah, it's just like a Farmer City drink.
Water.
Yeah. You're watching Big Talk. We'll be back. Continue this story right after this. Thanks very much. Back in a sec.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lemons Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lemons always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemonsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, My name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Normal.
Yeah, be normal. Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today, it is Len Wells. We're taking Len down memory lane, and I appreciate you doing this because it's an interesting story. 25 years ago, last May
10th.
Last May, it was the demise of John Wayne Gacy, and you were a witness to that.
I was a witness, an official witness.
Okay, so you get stuck in the front row somehow.
That wasn't my choice. It was apparently assigned seating, but I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I'm not stuck in the front row, but I'm in the front row. So there's the only thing between me and the window, which is where you watch the execution, was there were guards on both sides of the window. Okay. Armed guards with shotguns. And that was to make sure that nobody, particularly maybe a family member of a victim, didn't come forward and attack one last minute or something like that. But anyway, there was armed guards there. There were armed guards at the back doors when nobody left, and certainly no one got in.
Right.
And so I'm on the front row, and I told you, I said it kind of reminded me, for some reason, of a baptistry because of the curtain and the window and things like that. But that was just something that stuck in my mind. I don't know why. So then the prison officials, they draw the curtain open, and there lies Mr. Gacy on a gurney. On a gurney with white sheet covered gurney. He's laying there on his back. He already has an IV introduced in his arm. And he's laying there, and the only other person in that room was the warden.
Okay. The
warden was a big, tall, black guy. Kind of reminded me a little bit of Morgan Freeman. I mean, a big, tall, imposing figure, and he was there, and he then reads the proclamation, the death warrant. Yeah, basically reads the death warrant, and. It's kind of like in the...
Is Gacy lucid at this time? I mean...
Yes. Okay. Yes. He refused anything to calm him down.
I see.
No, he refused all of that. And he had fried chicken for his last meal. But anyway, and steak. So then the warden takes a microphone that's suspended from the ceiling and pulls it down, kind of like, let's get ready to rumble. That kind of reminded me of that too. But he pulls the microphone down to where it's pretty close to Mr. Gacy's face and says... Mr. Gacy, do you have any final words? And he gives a very short statement, which, by the way, was not what was released to the public.
Really?
Can I use the A word on this program?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, just one little reference.
Yeah.
But anyway, the official final words of John Wayne Gacy, as put out in a press release by the Illinois Department of Corrections, was, "What you're doing to me will not bring back a single victim in this case." That's not what he said.
That's not what he said.
It is not what he said, because I was there 10 feet from him, 12 feet from him. He said, you can tell all those cops and reporters out there to kiss my ass. Those were his last words. Honestly, those were his last words.
No kidding.
Those were his official last words, because I was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so they sanitized it for the press. 25 years ago, the A word, he typically didn't print it.
Yeah.
And today's society, it's still not. It's not horribly offensive.
It's somewhat vulgar.
It is somewhat vulgar, but that's a fact, is what it was.
Yeah.
And I wasn't trying to shock anyone when I said that story. But anyway, so he's there. They're preparing to the execution, and the warden instructs the people who are in another room on the other side of a wall, which you can see because there's windows there, to release the first chemical. It's a cocktail of 3 separate chemicals.
Right.
One is designed to stop your breathing. The other is designed to stop your heart. And I don't know what the other one is.
The other's a painkiller, probably.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Any one of the 3 is lethal.
Yeah.
Because it's like horrible overdose, of anything. So they push the plunger down, and John Wayne Gacy takes one, and that was it, one big heave. And that's all I saw. And he never moved again. Not once. And they said, push the second, introduce the second chemical. And then all of a sudden, they closed the curtains. This is it? Is it over? And so the warden steps out into the execution area where the witnesses are and said, we've had a problem with the IV. Said the second chemical did not go in. There's going to be a slight delay and the execution will resume momentarily. We have to reintroduce the IV. So we're sitting there looking at each other. And I thought it was over because he didn't move again.
Yeah.
So they reintroduce the IV. They bring in a medic and reintroduce the IV. I open the curtains again, hit the second button. They hit the second button, hit the third button, hit the third button. And the medic comes over and listens to his heart and declare him dead. 12:58 a.m. on the morning of May 10th.
Okay.
He's dead. That, my friends, is what the inmates meant by Gacy's going to die twice tonight.
How in the world would they have known?
You tell me. You tell me. I mean, the execution was stopped because they couldn't introduce the other 2 chemicals. In my unprofessional, non-medical opinion, he was dead after the first injection because he took one deep breath, and that was it. He never moved a muscle. I never saw his abdomen rise or lower, and I was close enough to see that.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was covered with a sheet.
Yeah.
He was wearing basically a prison garb.
Yeah.
With an IV stick in his eye. So he never moved again after that, and he was dead all over. DRT, dead right there.
Wow.
But that was kind of cool. I don't mean cool, but cool. By cool, I mean I immediately thought of what the inmate said.
Yeah.
He's going to die twice tonight.
That is nuts.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting story, especially this close to Halloween. You can't make that stuff up. You really can't.
All right, so this is midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning.
1 o'clock in the morning.
So you are leaving.
I'm leaving, and first thing I had...
They, by the way, they escort you all out. They say it's all over.
It's all over.
Okay.
So we're then escorted out to all the waiting media, of which there was a lot of media. But before I went to do any interviews with any television stations or whatever, I had prearranged, they had prearranged with me to meet with a sketch artist with the magazine Vanity Fair.
Oh, really?
Familiar with that publication? Of course, they write about a wide variety of things, Vanity Fair. So I meet with this sketch artist, and he's obviously a very talented artist, and I had previously sent him a picture of John Wayne Gacy, his mugshot, so he knew what his face looked like. He'd have something to work from there. And so he...
Did his face look like the mugshot?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so anyway, he has a 17 by 22 sheet of thick paper, and he does this with pastels, pencils, and so he starts it twice, 2 different ways, one on one side and one on the other side, him laying this way with his head this way, and the other one with his head laying this way. So the first thing I had to tell him was which way was his head. I said, from my perspective, his head was to the right. Okay, so we'll use this one. And so I had to describe what everything looked like in the room, where the IV came from and in which arm, and describe the sheets and his clothing and the color of his clothing and any expression. And he drew that in a matter of, just minutes.
Really?
Did a phenomenal job. And it wound up being published. But it was through my eyes to his hands. And that was pretty remarkable there, that experience working with a sketch artist. I'd never done that before. And then... After that, then here's a horde of people, gathered around all the cameras. What did he say? What did he do? And all that was going on.
Did you tell them about tell all the cops and?
Yes, I did. I mean, it's what it was.
It was what it was.
But later on, like I say, the official press release did not indicate that at all.
Huh.
But I did quite a few interviews there. And then I had a long drive home. Here it is like 2:30 in the morning, and I've got a 3.5, 4 hour drive because by the time I got home, it was daylight.
Well, you might have been supposed to be on the radio the next morning.
And I was. I got there in time for the morning newscast. And
Did you really?
Yeah, and I was just absolutely wiped.
How bad?
I was just roached. I was bad. I was in bad shape.
So did anybody else help write the news for that day?
No, that was the news that day.
That was the news, basically, you telling the story.
Sure, and it was.
I think I have remembered.
Because everybody knew that I was going. We had made it. That was a story that Len Wells was going to be an official witness at Gacy's execution. So everybody was expecting something.
Yeah.
As a follow up from that, and that's what it was. But what happened later? You going to take a break? And I'll finish.
No, go ahead.
Then, quote unquote, the next day, meaning later that same day, in that evening, all the radio stations, all the radio networks were calling and doing live interviews on radio shows all over the country. And I bet I did 20, 25.
Do you think so?
Oh,
really?
Absolutely.
Wow.
I mean, there weren't but 2 or 3 news witnesses, journalists as witnesses, so I was an easy one to get a hold of.
Looking back, you've seen people die before. And
Sadly.
Looking back, are you glad you went, or would you rather have not done it?
I think
as part of your profession.
As part of my profession, I'm glad I went. Would I ever do it again? No. It would have to be like Charles Manson. Of course, he's already dead. But no, I don't think I would ever do it again. But I'm glad I did, only because it gave me a whole new perspective on the death penalty.
Yeah.
I was somewhat against the death penalty, I think, personally, not professionally. But when I got out there and saw what went on, this guy, he got off pretty easy. He really did.
Really?
I thought so. Compared to old Sparky, the electric chair, which I've sat in, by the way.
That's in Statesville too, right?
It actually started. It was the only place they did executions for years was at Menard.
Oh, okay.
At Chester, Illinois, and that's where old Sparky was. And then they discontinued any executions at Menard and moved it to Statesville and took old Sparky with them. That's what the name of the electric chair, which is made out of oak.
Did you sit in old Sparky in Menard?
At Menard.
That is fascinating. That's wild. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Well, it is kind of macabre.
It is quite macabre. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back. We're going to finish up. Huh?
Who knows what we're going to do?
We talk about other serial killers. Who knows? We'll be back right after this.
One day we'll do a bit on Bruce Mendenhall is what we'll do one of these days.
Yeah, let's do that maybe next time.
Sure.
Because that is a big story.
It's an ongoing story.
It's not done. Yeah, that's right. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV, and we'll be back right after this.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lemon Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Morning, folks. Pardon me. Morning, folks. How y'all doing?
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Our guest today is Len Wells, and you know it's a terrible transition, but I may as well go ahead and transit. How's Uncle Skeet doing?
Uncle Skeet, he's getting along. Him and Aunt Jenny have had a couple of rough patches.
See now, for those of you folks who are unfamiliar, Len is a writer.
Columnist.
He writes columnist for the Navigator Journal Register, or whatever it's called now.
Yeah, it's Navigator Journal and the Prairie Post, which are
the Prairie Post, as well as the Carmine Chronicle. You still writing for,
yes,
correct?
Absolutely.
In your work, you write a column on the news of the day.
Sure.
Basically,
yeah.
As well as
general interest
column, as well as Uncle Skeet column,
which is a creation of my little pea brain.
Uncle Skeet,
but based upon actually some relatives I had. I had an Uncle Skeet.
You did have an Uncle Skeet.
I did have an Uncle Skeet in my family who was a barber by trade, and he was odd. He was an odd barber.
How is Uncle Skeet?
Uncle Skeet and Aunt Jenny have been going through kind of a rough patch.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What's going on?
Well, a couple of things. Some of it.
You know, these as times grow more contentious, it seems like folks will have the more opportunity for having rough patches.
Discord. You know, I think if any marriage is going to have some ups and downs. When you think,
time to time.
You've been married how long?
27 years.
27 years.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and I don't want to get into it, but I'm sure.
You've been married 27 years in
26.
Total. 26?
50 total.
Is that right?
Took 2 to do that.
75 total.
Oh, there you go. But no, it kind of has to do with part of Skeet's problem is he can't keep his mouth shut.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, they went to church services the other day, and the preacher was there, nice preacher, real nice preacher and everything, but he was kind of he talked a lot.
Well, a little windy. Can we use too windy for that?
Sure. So anyway,
long-winded.
The preacher had a big pitcher of water at the podium.
That's going to be rough whenever you get the pitcher. When you got the preacher with the pitcher of water, you know it's going to be a long day.
It was a long sermon.
You may miss opening kickoff.
So after the preacher finally finished his sermon, and they're leaving, and Uncle Skeet couldn't keep his mouth shut. Instead of just shaking the preacher's hand, going home, having fried chicken like everybody else, he just said, "Hey, preacher, should I noticed you had that pitcher of water up there on the pulpit there on the the lectern and drank that entire pitcher of water?" He said, "Well, yes, I did. As a matter of fact, I said, make sure I didn't get my throat dry, so I wouldn't lose my voice." He said, "Well, you know what, preacher? I do believe that's the first time I've ever seen a water-powered windmill. And, and Aunt Jenny just popped him right in the eye.
She did pop him.
Yeah, popped him right there.
He probably had it coming.
He did. And, oh, my gosh. And then the other thing that happened actually happened.
Well, you see, now, I can see that there was some discord being.
That was disrespectful to the man of the cloth.
There you go.
Very disrespectful. And
Jenny wasn't happy with that.
Jenny had already been through it with him that morning.
Yeah.
That morning, before church, he got another black eye.
Oh, really?
Before church.
Before church?
Yeah, they get up in the morning, and Skeet says, "Where's my coffee? You've been up 30 minutes, you haven't made me coffee. That's the woman's job to make the coffee. And I'm sick and tired of, I know you work around the house, but I'm the breadwinner. So, it's the least you could do is get off your lazy hind end and make coffee first thing in the morning."
Skeet didn't say that.
No, stupid. But anyway, so Jenny says, "Well, let me tell you something." Said, "I believe it's in the Bible that the man is the one that's supposed to make the coffee, not the woman. So you can say all you want, but it's the man's job to make coffee every morning." She said, "Well, how in the world you know that?" He said, "Hebrew, right there." not Shebrew, Hebrew. So anyway, that's he popped off to her, and
black
eye again, and that's how that day started. That Sunday morning started,
wow.
And then ended with the first I've ever seen a water-powered windmill. I'll tell you what.
There's just no.
There's no end.
These two just no end to it, is it?
No.
Why do they stay together?
I'm not sure. It's just for the children. Baby's not for baby. Baby's not right.
No, baby.
Baby's not right.
I didn't realize. No. I didn't realize they had children.
Oh yeah, baby.
I didn't realize they had children. I didn't.
Baby was born with one web foot. You knew that, didn't you?
No.
Oh, perfect. Makes him a great swimmer.
Is that right?
Except he swims in circles. With that one web foot. Yeah, not right. Yeah. Bless his heart. He's a good boy, though.
Baby's a good boy.
Baby's not right, though.
How old's baby now? Baby's big boy.
Baby's, I think he's in the military. I'm not sure.
Is baby your cousin? I mean, he'd be your cousin if it's your Uncle Skeet.
Yeah, Uncle Skeet and Aunt Jenny, cousin. Yeah, cousin Baby. They named him Baby.
They named him
Baby, yeah.
How do you put that on the gift certificate? It says baby boy name or baby girl name?
I don't know.
Baby.
But Baby, because they just couldn't come up with a good name for Baby. They just called his Baby. I think his middle name may be Ain't Right. Baby ain't right, I don't know.
I was thinking more practical, like Ruth, Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth would be good, yeah.
Like that, but yeah, baby ain't right is that's her last name. Their last name's Right.
baby ain't right. I may work that into a.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Baby ain't right. Yeah, you don't need to give me credit if you.
I will. Yeah, a little addendum down to bottom.
No, you don't. No. Well, so what have you been writing lately? What have you been keeping track of on this general interest side?
Well, something that I'm glad you mentioned, weather. Everybody talks about the weather. This has been an odd summer / transition into fall.
Hot,
now we finally got some cool weather.
Yeah.
Here it is, October the 8th, right?
Yes, October the 8th.
Yesterday was,
Monday the 7th.
Monday. I'm sitting at my desk, and I still have hummingbirds that haven't left to migrate.
That's kind of odd.
Now, here's one that's even more odd than that, having to do with the weird weather we've had. I've got like 6 dwarf apple trees out in my back area. 2 of them blooming. Now explain that.
Apple trees?
Apple trees blooming in October.
Man, you think?
No, I won't get a second crop.
I was going to say we got to get some more.
But isn't that weird?
That is very strange.
That's very strange. And but anyway, so we've just had a really, really odd and unusual summer / transition into fall. Now, I understand this weekend's going to get super cool. Another cold front coming through. High temperature maybe around 58.
Low on Saturday of 40.
Wow. I wouldn't be surprised if in this neck of the woods dipped into the upper 30s myself. I wouldn't be surprised.
One would think.
Yeah.
See, that's when I'm supposed to be going to St. Louis this weekend, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to go.
I hope you do.
Well, you know what for?
Probably a ball game.
Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest?
Oktoberfest.
All right, is this going to be televised?
I wish.
Oh, man.
Make me a star.
One of how many?
About 15.
Well, that's not bad.
10, maybe.
You were chosen or you volunteered?
I volunteered.
Cool. You going to take your POT? Personally owned tuba?
That's exactly right.
Cool. In your POV, personally owned vehicle?
In my POV. Len, thank you so much for coming.
It was just been a delight. That I always love this show. I love this show.
Len is a delight. By the way, folks, thanks very much for watching here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, and we'll get Len back here sometime. I want to hear some more. We were going to talk conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah, I'll do a little research on that.
We'll do some of that. You're watching Big Talk. See y'all next time. Have a great day.